Welcome to the SWAC Women's Soccer Championship, live from Prairie View, Texas. Alongside the former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver, I'm Matt Peterson. We are set for the number 8 seeded Alabama A&M against number 1 seed Grambling. Grambling did not lose in the regular season. They come out in the pink, and Alabama A&M is in white. Andrew, great to be back with you here in Prairie View.
Yeah, back to the pilgrimage to Prairie View, isn't it? Another long day of soccer ahead of us, but we're looking forward to it. Some good games to see, and as always, it's going to be great entertainment.
4 quarterfinals today: 8 versus 1, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5. 2 semifinals tomorrow, a rest day on Saturday, and championship on Sunday. Grambling did not lose in the regular season. They beat Alabama A&M 4-0. At home on October 1. It's Madeline Tanksley, the goalkeeper from Austin, off her line to claim. And pretty good conditions. We've been here many years, Andrew, and the wind is mild, the sun is out, and the scarves are out.
It's cold. But it should warm up as the day goes on. But going to this game, it's always the most difficult, isn't it? Grambling stay unbeaten up against the number 8 seed. But this is what knockout soccer is all about. These games are the ones where you can get an upset, and it should be. Texas A&M will want to come here and prove that they are better than where they finished the season. And 2 games won in a row, they're probably full of confidence and looking to try and cause an upset.
Oh, both teams dealing with injuries. For Grambling, you have the leading scorer, Carlin Judge, first-team all-conference pick. She is out today. She might play 5 or 10 minutes, but they're nursing her back to full health. And then for Alabama A&M, similarly, Jasmine Perez-Acosta, leading scorer, she is out today. So unfortunate for both these teams, 2 of their leading lights injured.
Yeah, especially goal scorers. It's difficult to score as it is. When you lose your most potent attacking threat, it can be difficult. So it'll be good to see how both teams adapt. And it's a chance for another lady to step up and fill the void. And as we said, it's knockout competition. It's whoever has the form on the day, and a chance for someone to be a hero today.
I feel like it's a clock issue at the moment. A shirt being changed for the goalkeeper.
Maybe a bit of a kick clash. Early does. Not sure how the referee didn't notice it before the game started, but
oh, it happens. We had a fun one in Conference USA a few years back. And North Texas, the Mean Green, it's in the name, against Charlotte, also green. They both showed up with green. Caused about a 30-minute delay in the kickoff. One of the teams had to go back to the team hotel. Here's the restart. And it's headed clear. The ironic part of that, though, is the social media graphic promoting the game showed both teams in green. So wasn't it like it was a big surprise?
Nobody predicted it.
Yes. It's out to midfield. Here comes Grambling. Good tackle in midfield to win it back by Alabama A&M. It's Albany Rios, the midfielder from Orlando. A 4-0 win. Take us into the mentality of Alabama A&M losing that much, at maybe extra motivation today?
No, they come into this game with no pressure. They're ranked number 8. No one's expecting them to win, which can sometimes cause an upset. You play freely. You don't have anything to worry about. You can come and enjoy yourself, whereas Grambling State, they've got a lot of pressure on them to produce what they've done all season.
Good challenge onto the edge of the box. Alabama A&M bringing the physicality. Now they have a chance in the counter-attack. Cycled wide to this near side. Jamila Barrett, senior from London, on the ball here. Number 6 for Alabama A&M. Nice turn. Slips out of a double team there.
Yeah, I remember Jamila last year. She was so much pace on the left-hand side from London. She really was a threat for Alabama A&M, and you see she could be the person today on the counter-attack. Alabama A&M might come under a lot of pressure. If they can release when they win it and get the ball to Barrett on the left wing, that's, I think, their best opportunity of causing an upset.
The field in great condition. It must weather 4 games today. Here comes Sophia Lazizidis. And a long-range hit is blocked. Lazizidis, freshman from London, Ontario. Very open game. Sometimes you get a cagey affair in the first game. This has been very open for the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, it started bright, hasn't it? Both teams going for it. the Lady Bulldogs actually looking good on the counter-attack against this Grambling State team. So it's not as you would have expected. You would have expected a lot of Grambling State pressure. It's not started like that, and we'll see how the game develops. So what it's good to see is a lot of familiar faces than what we saw last year. I remember Diaz for Grambling State was very good last year. Barrett, as I mentioned, for Alabama A&M was outstanding last year as well. So some faces that have the experience of this competition and coming here and obviously trying to drive their team forward.
A throw-in coming here for Grambling. Just one draw plus 8 wins in conference play. One of the most consistent teams over recent seasons. That's a long-range hit over the bar. She had eyes for goal. Samantha Diaz, first team all-SWAC pick this season.
Yeah, good. She found a little bit of space on the edge of the box. It's well worth a shot in that situation. Unfortunately, didn't test the goalkeeper, but yeah, first real strike on goal from any team, and it was coming from Grambling State.
Now, Sam Diaz from Ogden, Utah, transferred from the College of St. Rose. A lot of experience for Justin Wagger, Coach of the Year in the SWAC in his 5th season. Space now. Corey Banks. Samantha Diaz. And a goal kick now to Alabama A&M.
Yeah, good little build-up from Diaz on the right-hand side. It was a little bit messy, fell out to her on just a little step over. She tried to cut back, and not the greatest ball into the box. Well defended from Alabama A&M. But yeah, you see Diaz already. She's playing like the just behind the strikers, and like we call it the number 10 position. But she'll peel out into both channels. She'll look to get on the ball at any position and just cause attacking threats.
Restart Alabama A&M. The wind at their backs in this first half. A mild wind by relative history. Sometimes it could be a stifling wind here on the prairie.
Oh, I think the first year was a shocker, wasn't it? It was so strong. And it just ruined the soccer, actually. The first couple of games, the wind was going from our right to left, coming from the stadium over to the car park, and people were hitting shots from 20, 30 yards, and the wind was carrying it into the goal.
A throw in right in front of us. Good turn in midfield from Kayla Reed, sophomore from East Brunswick, New Jersey. So limited Carlin Judge today for Grambling. 8 goals, 6 assists on the season. Our next leading goal scorer, Beatrice Cretis. 6 goals, 5 assists. Jenkins, a second team all-SWAC selection this year. She'll throw it in, a freshman from Orange County and Via Park High School in California. A throw in coming. Methodical up this right side. A throw into Alabama A&M. Victoria Mealing, second team all-SWAC pick. And the accolades announced this week. Mealing's from Alexandria, Virginia. Corey Banks, fifth-year senior, transfer from Towson University. Comes back home to Texas. She's from San Antonio. So you have the likes of Corey Banks joining some of the returning stars from last season. Samantha Diaz, Beatrice Cretis, Adriana Pratt, first team center back. Alyssa Romero as well. It's
such an advantage having a team that comes back from the previous years. We had a conversation with the Prairie View coach, Abe Garcia, this week, and he's had to make a team from scratch this year. There's not many returning players, and it's difficult to get that momentum going forward. When you play together, you tend to gel together and you get to know how each other plays, and you can see that from the results this year for Grambling State. They really enjoy playing as a team.
And Corey Banks finds space in midfield. Banks' shot is blocked. They're doing a good job stepping to the edge of the box to deny these long-range strikes.
Yeah, Alabama, they're packing the box area, aren't they, with defenders, and it was really nice on the right-hand side from Banks. Nice step over inside, but as soon as she cut inside, there was all those bulldog bodies there to prevent the shot. And but I think Alabama A&M are happy with that. As long as you play in front of them, they'll be quite happy to defend and then try and catch Grambling State on the counter-attack.
Kayla Reed spinning through midfield, wide to the left with Aria Whitney. Aria Whitney, the midfielder of the year in the SWAC. Senior from Austin out of Connolly High School. Madeline Tinksley, junior from Austin. With the restart for Alabama A&M. Now Grambling beginning to assert itself, controlling the run of things here with Aria Whitney. Megan St. Cyr, freshman from Montreal. She's the left back for Alabama A&M. Good timing with the step from Naya Villalva. This team is loaded with transfers. Villalva transfer from Rutgers. That brings experience in the Big Ten. A long-range strike is palmed over the bar by Madeline Tinksley.
Yeah, good goalkeeping then, wasn't it? It wasn't the most power on the strike, but with the win today, just always better to be safe than sorry. Just tip it over the bar. This game has settled down now, hasn't it? Grambling State really dominant in possession. The Alabama A&M is struggling to clear the lines. Every time they clear it, the Grambling State defenders are moving onto it and dominating possession, and that's the first real second strike, but it seems like Grambling State are dominant right now.
It's left here for Aria Whitney, the midfielder of the year in the SWAC. Here's her delivery to the near post. And a goal kick now to Alabama A&M. So no Jasmine Perez-Acosta today, 2 goals, 3 assists. Victoria Mealing is the leading scorer with 4 goals in 18 games. Alabama A&M won 3 times this season, but as you said, momentum, they've won their last 2 matches.
2 matches to get them into the playoffs, and when you're playing as free as that, you'll be growing in confidence, and they will come into this thinking that if they keep it 0-0 for a while, Grambling State will start to panic a little bit.
Long range strike is just off the mark. Warning shot there from Samantha Diaz.
Yeah, the longer the game stays all square, the more Alabama A&M will grow in confidence, and the more the pressure goes to Grambling State. And we've seen it numerous times in sport, isn't it? When you're the team leading going into the playoffs, you can often be the ones that get caught out early.
Referee today is Frank Huber. Assistant Alexandria Platt, Melvin Rivas. Fourth official Lawrence Hale.
Have we got the VAR again this year?
I would think so. Often on the iPad.
Yeah.
Actually in the corner. And last year, just dramatic. The tying goal in the last second of the championship game. I've never seen anything like it, really. forcing extra time.
That's the one I missed with the old appendicitis.
Yes, that was a scary 48 hours for Andrew Driver. He was here for the semifinals, morning of the championship Sunday, in hospital bed watching the Astros close out the World Series. A corner kick is cleared out to midfield.
You doubted me as well, Matt. You doubted me.
No, I did not.
You just thought I was out celebrating the World Series.
And the World Series staying home in Texas. Texas Rangers winning their first World Series last night. Congratulations.
Least watched World Series ever, right?
I'm not surprised by that. Just considering some of the traditional baseball markets not involved. Really good for Texas. There's a long-range strike. It's over the bar.
Corey Banks on the right back position is getting a lot of play. She's playing in a defensive position, but she's probably one of the players for Grambling State that's getting forward the most. She's got a load of space here on the right-hand side, and that time she's just got the ball from probably 25, 30 yards and had a shot. Grambling State finding it hard to break down Alabama A&M, so they're going to have some long-range efforts at times, which I don't mind. Sometimes you just got to test the goalkeeper.
We mentioned last year's final, Jackson State beating Grambling State 4-2 after extra time. It was Grambling State from a corner kick, scoring with maybe 1 second on the clock, maybe less, to make it 2-2. Dramatic tying goal. That was a dominant game from Jackson State. They led 2-0. Grambling State pulled 2 goals back. They went to the video, couldn't conclusively decide whether it was over the line in time or not. The goal stood, but Jackson State won the championship with 2 goals in extra time to win their 3rd title. Last year, Alabama A&M played in this exact game. They lost 2-0 to Jackson State. Grambling needed extra time as the 2 seed last year, overcoming Alcorn State. And then they beat Southern 3-1 in the semifinal before falling in the championship. A clearance out to midfield. Nice space on this left side. Jamila Barrett slipping it to the back post. And picked up by Madison Covey-Taylor, 2nd team All-SWAC goalkeeper, sophomore at Atoke High School in Lodi, California.
Oh, good goalkeeping. She quelled the danger, but then first thing thought was go forward, and she's played a good throw into midfield, and here's Grambling State on the counter-attack.
Now we think about the returnees from last year's team. Beatrice Kretis, she's the senior from London, part of the all-tournament team. Mackenzie Rastatter has graduated. Ariana Buggs, some big names to remember. Oh, and that was a good chance there, but the offside flag is up.
That was kind of a late decision from the referee, wasn't it? It went kind of quiet. No one was expecting the ball to go through, and Grambling were kind of surprised to have the opportunity. The offside decision given in the end.
And Grambling have lost in the championship 2 years in a row. So sad for Grambling. They lost in a penalty shootout to Prairie View 2 years ago. Prairie View was the 1 seed. Grambling was the 3 seed. They tied 1-1 and then a 3-2 penalty shootout win. That was the high-flying Prairie View team. They won their first game 4-0, second game 3-0, and then 1-1 in the final. Now, Grambling beat Jackson State and Alabama A&M. That was the best team in recent years for Alabama A&M. They were the 2 seed 2 years ago, falling to Grambling in the semifinal. And it's alive here inside the box, and it's in the back of the net. Good challenge at the back post. Sophia Lazizidis gives Grambling the lead after 19 minutes.
Oh, it's a great finish from Lazizidis, wasn't it, in the end? She really, it was a long ball into the box. The Alabama A&M defense didn't manage to clear it, and she followed in so well, but what was so good about that was the little dink over the goalkeeper. So composed when she got into the box. We often see strikers in those situations just try and hit it as hard as you can. She didn't in this case, just a nice little dink over the goalkeeper, and 1-0 for Grambling State.
4th goal of the season for Sophia Lazizidis, the freshman from London out of Mother Teresa Secondary. And a chance to regroup here for Alabama A&M. A deserved goal after a lot of opportunity on the ball for Grambling.
Yeah, Grambling's had some long range efforts. Nothing that's clear cut as that, but in overall play, you would say it's probably deserved. Alabama A&M a couple of times tried to catch them on the counter attack, but Grambling's been dominant in possession and deserving of the goal.
A throw-in coming now. A long throw-in will be for Alabama A&M. Phoenix Caesar, sophomore from Inglewood, California.
The wind again, it's going to have to be a long throw to reach anyone. And it is. I think it's right for Alabama and just take these long throws. You're against a team that probably has more quality, so when you get set pieces around the box, take your time and try and play off some mistakes.
Caesar with a long throw. Goal kick coming for Grambling, leading 1-0 after the goal. 19 minutes in. Sophia Lazizidis.
So Alabama A&M just need to keep plugging away, don't they? They're goal down, but if they can keep it just one goal to the half time and just keep plugging away, see if they can create a chance. You never know as these games go on, as the legs start to get tired, mistakes can happen and you can get opportunities. So it's not over yet. They might be a goal down against an unbeaten team, but you just got to keep the team together, keep the shape, and continue to keep the effort going, and maybe a mistake will happen and you'll get an opportunity.
Kayla Reed. Beatrice Cretis. Cretis picks her head up. Invites the pressure. Samantha Diaz. Good build up here from Grambling. Corey Banks to the top of the box, and it's well cleared by Alabama A&M.
Yeah, it was just a really nice build-up from Grambling State, wasn't it? From left to right a couple of times, and just incisive passing. I like the pace on the pass, and it's a team that knows when they're attacking, they're going with some motive to try and get there in a hurry, and good movement off the ball.
Flicked on there by Charles, the substitute. She applies pressure. Good work off the substitute's bench. Celsi Charles, sophomore from Los Angeles. Brought off the bench by Prince Board, the head coach of Alabama A&M. A nice step. She saw it, and she read it. Lanaya Del Valle. Nice work. Long range strike into the waiting hands of Madeline Tanksley.
Yeah, nice play by Cretis out on the left-hand side. Cut inside, a little bit drop of the shoulder. Once she beat the defender, it was one thing on her mind to get the strike again. Difficult today with this wind to get any real power on the strike, but again, Grambling State, when they get the ball and they get it comfortable, they look like they're going to create opportunities.
Kaylin Jenkins throws it in. Oh, penalty is given. A clear view. Aria Whitney, the midfielder of the year in the SWAC, was taken down. And now a chance for Grambling to double its lead.
Yeah, she's just got such quick feet, hasn't she? Once she got into the box in that situation, little quick feet past the defender, and the defender kind of caught cold a little bit, and penalty now to put Grambling State 2 up and fairly comfortable.
Beatrice Cretis, senior from London, converts. The transfer from Mississippi Valley has doubled the lead for Grambling. And the number 1 seed in control, up 2-0 in the first half.
Yeah, comfortable penalty, wasn't it? She well taken, hard and low to the right-hand side. It never looked in doubt, did it? She's confident from the beginning. Stroll up to it, hard and low. No chance for the goalkeeper, and Grambling looking good.
7th goal on the year for Cretis. A 19th minute goal from Sofia Lazizidis. And then 5 minutes later, penalty won by Aria Whitney, converted by Beatrice Cretis. 2-0 Grambling.
Yes, Grambling State team's looking dominant, aren't they? They look strong, they're good in possession. Defensively, they've not put a foot wrong. Considering all the pressure playing the seed 1 against the seed 8, they've handled it very, very well.
Alyssa Romero, senior from Beaumont, transfer from Oregon State. She wears 24 in the pink and black. I must say, I'm not one to comment much on the jerseys, but I like these Grambling uniforms.
Yeah, they're bright, aren't they?
Yes.
I like them. It's good. It's a good standout kit.
And for us, I love the contrast. Sometimes you'll see pink uniforms with white numbers or white numbers with pink uniforms. This is easy to read for us.
The numbers, yeah. We've had some difficult ones in the past, haven't we?
The worst, though, you see this a lot now these days, a white jersey with a silver number.
Yeah. They're just not considering the commentators anymore.
Who is having a laugh? Long-range strike there from Samantha Diaz.
Obviously, we're the most important part about this, aren't we?
But for the spectators as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Anybody watching knows the black on the pink. Great color contrast in these Grambling jerseys.
Do you know what I'm finding so impressive about this Grambling State team so far is how quickly they're passing the ball. Every pass has meaning. They're not just passing it for the sake of it and rolling it. They're playing it in. And when you play the ball with pace like that, it's so hard to defend because you're having to move positions so quickly. And Alabama and A&M, they're defensively doing really well, but they're just struggling to keep up with how quickly this Grambling State team's passing it.
A throw-in won by Alabama A&M. Chelsea Charles, sophomore from Los Angeles. Oh, nice work. She found the channel quite nicely. Kayla Reed, she leaves it for a midfielder. It's back to Kayla Reed, who's turning. This is great here from Grambling.
Yeah, what a nice turn that was in the midfield from Kayla Reed. On the turn, like first touch, absolutely perfect.
A great movement here from Grambling. They're spacing well in the attacking half, playing off one another.
That's what I mean. Is that they've got a purpose. Like it seems like such a small thing talking about the how hard the pass is, but it's because they're confident in where they're going. And you say that the same about the movement. They all know what their position on the pitch is. It seems like a team that's really well coached.
Back to goal, turning. Delivery is just off the mark. But more methodical build-ups here from Grambling, and now Alabama A&M will make a change. Jamila Barrett gets a breather here at the first half. No re-entry in the first half. You're allowed to re-enter the match once in the second half. Isabel Bernier comes in, the junior from Gainesville, Florida. Should be a festive week here, Andrew. It's Prairie View A&M's football homecoming, so a lot of the RVs and motorhomes are here. We're seeing a lot of
RVs here already. So apparently, so they have a party over in the field there on Saturday, apparently.
And the wafts of barbecue smoke are making us a bit hungry.
Yeah, like I did notice them when I walked in. I'm thinking I might be raiding that barbecue one a little later.
Some would say brunch.
we could sample each one. I think we've got 4 food trucks here.
Yes.
Looks like it's going to be a good weekend for us.
A great homecoming. I mean, it's Thursday morning. The football game is Saturday, but I would say there's a few hundred motorhomes here already. Long throw-in. Headed out. Phoenix Caesar. Good strength on the ball. Eventually runs out of room. Good pressure from Grambling. Throw-in coming here from the goal scorer, Sophia Lazizidis. She'll leave it here for Kaylin Jenkins. For a kick in midfield. Feels a little too easy on these throw-ins. Do you think a Grambling or a A&M defender should just step in front of the target, Kayla Reed?
Yeah, you want to put a little bit. You saw in that one, Victoria Meelan would put a bit of pressure on from behind, but you've got to try and cut that throw into feet. And once you get the throw into feet, you can you get more comfortable possession. You can get out to the other side. So I think you're right. Good football knowledge there, Matt. Get a body in front. Just stop those easy throw-ins.
Working on my licenses. Just
What's the guy called? Thing we mentioned him earlier.
Oh, Nate from Ted Lasso.
Yeah, that's the one. Ted Lasso.
Oh, we like to say everything comes down to one. Every game comes down to one thing: the speed on the wings.
You do remind me of Ted Lasso, I think.
In which way?
In the American way.
Optimistic to a fault.
Yeah, that's the one.
Glass always half full.
Yeah, that's it right there.
You have to work with Andrew this weekend. That will not be so bad.
In England, we don't watch soccer for entertainment. We watch it to complain. Whereas in America, you entertain yourselves with it. I've told you this before. I'm sure people in England want their football team to lose all the time so they can complain on the weekend.
Well, you have some support from Man United, and I'm sure you have a reason to complain after yesterday's performance at the Caribou Cup.
I'm not a Man United fan.
Okay.
So it's actually happy. My dad's a Man United
yes.
fan. And it's where I grew up, but never supported them.
Yeah.
the Carabao Cup. Some more football knowledge. But back to this. I think it's Grambling State have impressed me a lot, by the way. You say a team that's come in unbeaten, so you would expect them to be a very good team, but for me they've been so dominant here and they've looked very confident. It's probably as good a team as I've seen in the SWAC in the last few years. They're just very good on the ball, confident, good in position, good in possession. Yeah, very impressive performance so far.
Adriana Pratt clears it away. First team all-conference pick. Senior from Kansas City. Anchor at the back last season in this for the #1 seed Grambling State Tigers. And we just saw an introduction. Kennedy Farr, freshman from West Bloomfield, Michigan in the game. She wears number 20 for Grambling. Good challenge. That's good pressing from Alabama A&M. There comes Pratt. She's so mobile. See her shifting right and left, covering the ground across the back.
Yeah, the chance Alabama A&M would have is if they could get pace up front and catch on the counter-attack, but when you have the likes of Pratt defending back there with such pace to cover the channels, it's so difficult. And Alabama A&M, they've really struggled to find any kind of attacking fluency, and that's a lot down to how good this Grambling State defense is.
Madison Covey-Taylor from Lodi, California, punts it away. Sophomore in the green and white goalkeeper jersey. She just feels to be in total control. Kayla Reed, never afraid to lose the ball in midfield, shouldering challenges.
It's that clearance there from Alabama A&M. They need their attackers to be on the front foot there. Went all the way through to Kaylin Jenkins. Instead, you need your strikers to be first to those clearances, and that's how you can get away from the pressure that Grambling State's putting on you.
A change made here. Corey Banks takes a break. Now Morgan Johnson replaces her. Junior from Rowlett, Texas. She went to Rich Mountain Community College before Grambling. Alabama A&M is doing a pretty good job. That area right around the edge of the 18-yard box. Stepping out. Here comes Pratt. It's funny, they can leave maybe one at the back with Pratt, push everyone else forward because she covers so much ground.
Yeah, it's something we see a lot more in soccer now, is defenders pushing way forward, and you can only do that when defenders are as quick as Pratt is. I think in modern day soccer, your defenders are just as fast as your attackers. Thankfully, in my day, your defenders were always slower, but yeah, it means that they can just throw more bodies forward, and we've seen already Alabama A&M, they're just struggling to find any space or get any clearance to relieve the pressure.
Just entering the game, Sophia Lazari, freshman out of Celebration High School, Davenport, Florida. All right, number 16. She replaces Aria Whitney, who gets a break.
Oh, a wee header in the stadium now.
And the advantage now for Grambling as the 1 seed with this 2-0 lead, you can start managing the minutes. You can't get too far ahead of yourselves, but you can start managing the workload of some of your more important players, thinking about tomorrow and the quick turnaround.
Oh, it's important. You've got so much soccer coming up in a short spell. If you can rest players as much as possible, it can make all the difference. Say you go to, we've seen over the years teams ended up going into extra time, and that really takes it out of the legs, and it's so difficult. Even if you win that game, you're up against it in the next one.
All the way back to the goalkeeper, Madeline Tanksley. 2-0 Grambling leading Alabama A&M. Day one of the SWAC Women's Soccer Championship here in 2023. That's a nice turn in midfield. Samantha Diaz. Good pressure. She wins it back. It's Diaz with her head up. Nice first touch. Right off the bench. She's dispossessed. Good chance there, though, for the sub, Sophia Lazari.
Yeah, good defending. Alabama, even though they're under pressure, the central defence has stood very strong. They've not, bar the penalty, they've not been beaten one-on-one, and you saw there, good attack, but well defended.
A double change here for Grambling. As we see Sam Diaz and Alyssa Romero both depart. Entering is Dory Johnson, freshman from Cooper City, Florida, American Heritage High School. And alongside her, Michaela Peterson, freshman out of Taft High School in San Antonio. Throw-in coming for Grambling. Caitlin Jenkins. Good challenge there. That was a nook higher, that senior from Germany. Really laying the leather against Kayla Reed.
That's a proper 50-50, wasn't it?
Yes.
Both going in full-blooded. Neither one, I think Anouk maybe now felt a little bit. I think she's down a little bit, but
that's when you're at a tournament, multiple field, you hear that sound, you go, let's go over to that game. I want to see what's happening on field 4.
Yeah, you're true, it is. A full tackle. It just landed perfectly, didn't it? Both players just going in, booted the ball, and what's that saying? The unstoppable force against an immovable object.
Yes, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the fly. Kennedy Farr for Grambling. Sealed off. Nice first touch. There from Bernier. One back here. Dory Johnson for Grambling. It's on in the corner in front of Kennedy Farr. Kept in play by Farr. Dory Johnson clips it towards the near post. Another good clearance from Higher. Alabama A&M stepping out, getting its line higher and higher. Here comes Kretis. And a corner kick is won. A Kretis transfer from Mississippi Valley. You don't oftentimes see transfers within the conference, but Kretis did just that. And she got the number 10 shirt to boot.
Yeah, not bad. And she's played well so far. Good play on the right-hand side there. She used her pace to beat 2 defenders and then just feinted the cross to beat 1 more. In the end, corner kick won. But again, Grambling State just winning the first balls and then winning the second, and just continuous pressure they're putting on this Alabama A&M team.
Kretis earns the corner, then goes to the bench for a break. 5 minutes left in this first half. Grambling leading 2-0 after the corner. Goals 5 minutes apart. Sophia Lazizidis. And then 5 minutes later, Beatrice Kretis, her 7th of the season. Now you see the wind on that punt. Caught in the wind stream. Another change. Fast and furious changes for Justin Wagger. The coach of the year in the SWAC. Kayla Reed gets a break. Here is Carlin Judge. So good to see her on the field. She might get 5 or so minutes. Well, definitely 5 minutes at the end of this first half. But we thought she might not play today. She's been limited. A first-team all-conference pick, the sophomore from Pflugerville and Weiss High School.
She did look like she was limping a wee bit when she ran on. I hope that it's nothing serious, but maybe when you're up already 2-0, I know he probably wants to get her to experience it, but not worth risking an injury for long term, and you're already 2-0 up in the game.
She's been electric. 8 goals, 6 assists on the season. There's a long-range strike. And it's handled there by Madison Covey-Taylor. Albany Rios, good warning shot for the freshman from Orlando.
I see Grambling State have hit us with the 0 and the 0-0 that caught us out last year. We named the wrong goalkeeper due to that, so thanks for trying to trick us again.
Yeah, Tiahona Henderson is the 0-0. The goalkeeper starting today is Madison Covey-Taylor. You say tomato, I say tomato.
Exactly.
Chelsea Charles turning in midfield. She lost it. 3 minutes left, first half. 2-0 for the number 1 seed, Alabama A&M. Good work tracking back. Stayed inside her attacking player, Sophia Lazari. Does well. Intended there for Amelia Barber. A free kick is won. Isabelle Bernier. And the next matchup, Texas Southern against Arkansas Pine Bluff, set for 1 p.m. here at the SWAC Soccer Championships in Prairie View A&M University. Michaela Prince, sophomore from Hamilton, Ohio, to restart here. Into a pretty good spot. Good headed clearance. Now a chance on the break for Grambling. Long touch. Dory Johnson. The first of 4 quarterfinals today. 4 p.m. number 2 seed Jackson State, last year's champion, against Alcorn State, the 7 seed. Then the nightcap, number 3 seed Southern against number 6 seed Prairie View A&M. That's set for 7 p.m.
Good couple of minutes for Alabama A&M. They took a long free kick, played it in. It was cleared, but they just managed to get up the pitch a little bit further. Grambling struggling to have a little bit of possession. And Alabama A&M, they just need to have in their mind to get one back. The game could change. You've still got a long way to go. Just keep plugging away. You never know what will happen.
Out for a throw in, 30 seconds remain in this first half, 2-0. Grambling State leading. Sophia Lazizidis and Beatrice Cretus with the goals. Here comes Pratt to see out the end of this first half. And your driver, your thoughts on the first 45 minutes of our 4-day quarterfinal.
It's a really good performance from Grambling State. They've been dominant throughout the game. I think Alabama and AM defended well, but they've just been up against a team that's in form, and you saw why they went unbeaten this season.
A good start for Grambling. Lost in the championship game 2 straight years. Trying to get off on the right foot here at the 2023 SWAC Women's Soccer Championship. Goals in the 19th minute, Sophia Lazizidis. And then 5 minutes later, Beatrice Cretus, her 7th of the season. It's 2-0 Grambling. We'll be back for the second half. You're watching the SWAC Women's Soccer Championship on the SWAC Digital Network.
When you join the HBCU family, you become part of the tradition of breaking barriers in your community, breaking ground in your career, and bringing it with everything you do. From how you look to how you move in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. That's why Academy Sports and Outdoors is proud to celebrate the HBCU legacy and all those to add to it in their own way.
The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
When you join the HBCU family, you become part of the tradition of breaking barriers in your community, breaking ground in your career, and bringing it with everything you do. From how you look to how you move in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. That's why Academy Sports and Outdoors is proud to celebrate the HBCU legacy and all those to add to it in their own way.
the SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
second half from the Prairie View A&M Soccer Complex. Grambling's in pink. Alabama A&M's in white. It's a 2-0 lead for Grambling. Goals in the first half. Sophia Lazizidis and the Mississippi Valley State transfer, Beatrice Cretis. Charles Bishop will be our reporter down from the fields throughout the match. We got some good notes from him. He had a chance to speak with both coaches. First for Justin Wagger, the head coach of Grambling, said they came out flat first 10 minutes or so, and they began to switch the field to play faster. After calming down, got their rhythm and scored twice for Coach Board and Alabama A&M. Issues of concentration for a young team that is to be expected. They have to eliminate the errors, control the ball better, and don't panic. Good stuff from Charles, getting with both coaches at the end of the first half. We appreciate his efforts throughout the day today. Anything stand out about those comments from the coaches?
I think I agree with what was said. I think Grambling maybe didn't start as fast as they would have liked, but they did grow into the game, and I think the coach will be happy towards the end of the half how well they did play as the game went on. And Alabama A&M, yes, young team, just a couple of little mistakes. If they really needed to play the perfect game if they wanted the result today. A couple of mistakes, a penalty given away, and you put yourself up against it. But there's still a lot of soccer to be played, and the game isn't over yet.
One of the things that just felt very easy for Grambling was just the players receiving the ball at the back to goal. That's good defending. It's offside flag is up. She knew she was in offside position. And Beatrice Greatis trying to get back onside, but good officiating on the far side of the field from the assistant referee.
Yeah, slightly offside. I think they could have just played on in the end, the referee giving the offside. But again, I think you were mentioning there that Grambling State did really well with the back to goal in possession. I think they were impressive in possession. They're very good at passing, good movement, and that was almost a case of it there. Whitney, as we've been used to, good at running with the ball, and it almost slid through onto the right-hand side for Grambling State.
A free kick won. Possibilities here for Alabama A&M. Phoenix Caesar earns the free kick, sophomore from Inglewood.
This year, this is where you've got to say Alabama A&M need to capitalise. Get the ball into the box and try and feed off some mistakes. Grambling State haven't given up much, but from set pieces, I think Alabama A&M is their best chance.
Michaela Prince to deliver, sophomore from Hamilton, Ohio. Everyone back for Grambling. Tough effort for her. Goal kick now to Grambling.
Yeah, a wee bit of a waste. She just came off the wrong side of the boot. You see what she was doing. She's actually limping away, so I think maybe a foot slipped, or it just wasn't the best purchase on the ball. But yeah, a little bit disappointing for Alabama A&M. That would have been an opportunity for them.
Throw into Grambling, far side of the field. To the near post, and handled there by Madeline Tanksley.
Got nice feet work on the footwork. Nice footwork on the right hand side. I think it was
Feetwork, putting a foot in your mouth, Andrew.
Yeah, I think it was Corey Banks again. She's been so impressive in possession on that right hand side. She cut onto her left foot. Not the greatest delivery, but really good play from Grambling State again.
Grambling throw-in coming. Naya Vialva throws it in. She's the transfer from Rutgers. She's from Bud Lake, New Jersey. Where's number 5? It's on here for Grambling. Shot blocked. Good close out there. Victoria Mealing. And now a third for Grambling. Alabama A&M unable to clear, and it's Sophia Lazizidis, her second today.
It was a confident finish, wasn't it? It's a finish from someone who's already scored. Lazizidis again getting into the area. It's really good, comfortable finish. Low and hard past the goalkeeper. Heading to the box, just not cleared from Alabama A&M, just not capitalising it. Lazizidis just really alert in the box. First touch and finish. And Grambling State really in a good position now. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about it.
Lazizidis had 3 goals on the season before today. She has 2 today. Now 5 on the campaign. And a goal kick. Good effort down the right sideline by Celsi Charles, but she runs out of room.
Yeah, she just couldn't get the cross in. Was well defended. The Grambling State defence, just stay in goal side. Don't be beaten, and just couldn't get the ball into the box.
A breakout performance. Sophia Lazizidis, freshman from London, Ontario. 2 goals in her first ever SWAC Women's Soccer Championship game. And there she is, Pratt to the rescue again for Grambling. It was 4-0 in the regular season. Grambling beat Alabama A&M at home October 1. It's 3-0 here early second half. Kretis tries to find teammate Kayla Reed, but it's covered up there by Madeline Tinksley.
There's a strong challenge on Daniela Marican in that build-up. Marican obviously going down holding the head. For me, I thought it might have been a foul. It was a bit of a hard... It was one of those awkward heights where both had the right to go for it. The play carried on and nothing came from it, so no big deal. But again, it's just a play on from the referee.
A nice win in midfield for Samantha Diaz. It's back for Samantha Diaz. She's into the box. And her shot to the near post covered up by Madeline Tinksley.
Yeah, good play from Diaz, wasn't it? Good break down the left-hand side. She got into the box and she's tried the strike on her left side. I think it's a little bit of her weaker side. No real power, but yeah, Grambling just really dominant at this point, aren't they? It's just constant attacks, and Alabama A&M, they're going to have to stay strong and just keep this team together.
Restart coming at midfield. Kayla Reed bombing forward for Grambling. She earns a free kick right on the edge of the box.
Yeah, really positive play from Kayla Reed, wasn't she? She picked the ball up at the halfway line, turned. She had 3 A&M defenders to run at, and you heard the crowd saying, slow it down, but she had other things on her mind. She was heading to goal and wins a free kick in a dangerous area, but that shows the difference. Just this Grambling State team so strong on the counter-attacks, all good in possession and very athletic in the end.
Long range hit just off the mark. Well stung by Samantha Diaz, first team all SWAC pick.
Ah, she struck it well, hasn't she? It was between her and Kratos just ran over the ball, and Diaz just struck it, and it's gone the left-hand side of the wall, and there's nothing to go. If that's on target, it's a goal. It's struck really well from Diaz.
Aria Whitney pushes forward. Whitney, the SWAC midfielder of the year. And a corner kick coming to Grambling. Shows the depth of this Grambling team. She's the midfielder of the year in the conference. She hasn't had to do much today.
No, she's been good. She won the penalty. She's had little sparks, but not as dominant as you would expect her to be. We saw her last year. She was outstanding throughout. Here she is now.
Clipping that to the back post, and well claimed there, Madeline Tanksley.
But yeah, this Grambling State team, there's been numerous players we can mention that have just been dominant so far. Really good performance, and we know the coach wasn't happy with how they started, but as the game's gone on, they've just grown and grown into it, and they're going to get the opportunity to rest some legs as well.
Good tackle. She timed it well. It's Leah Messiah from Trinidad and Tobago.
A strong challenge there from Kayla Jenkins. On Albany Rios, it was a 50-50. It was it wasn't dirty. There was no malice in it, but it pretty much sums up the Alabama A&M, a 50-50 challenge, and they've ended up on the sore side of it.
Isabel Bernier enters for Alabama A&M. Chelsea Charles departs. Again, one re-entry allowed in the second half, meaning if you're taken off, you can return once. Not allowed in the first half. A throw in here in front of midfield. Phoenix Caesar. Long throw and headed away. And now a chance for Grambling. Good work in midfield there from Kretis. The flag stays down. Aria Whitney has two runners. Good defending. All the way back to the near post. Clear that chance. She may have clipped her goalkeeper in the process.
There's good defending in the end, wasn't it? Really good break from Grambling State. It was Kratos who held the ball up, and she looked for a second. She'd maybe held onto it a little bit too long. And they worked the ball well. It ended up with Whitney on the left wing. She's drilled it into the box, well defending. I think the goalkeeper just fell at the feet eventually to end up with a sore one. Liliana Ribeiro in the net, and it's just an unfortunate collision.
A halftime change for Alabama A&M. Liliana Ribeiro, freshman from Ontario, Canada, into the match. Now receiving treatment. Anouk Heyer, the Cologne, Germany native, returns for Alabama A&M. Ribeiro's okay. Good to see she'll be able to continue. And Whitney leaves this for Samantha Diaz. Her delivery towards the near post. And on the wrong side of the netting, goal kick now to Alabama A&M.
You see what she's trying to do. She's trying to put that one right onto the goalkeeper. Just been injured, so just want to test her. I heard Pratt at the defence for Grambling State shout to get it onto the keeper, just to put a tester in there. Unfortunately, Diaz just maybe put a little bit too much curl on it and ended up in the near side netting.
Kayla Reed for Grambling. Real professionalism about this Grambling group. They're very methodical. They go right to goal. They don't dither on it. Just very impressed. Sometimes you see a team take a multi-goal lead and they just want to keep the ball. This team looks like they're going for 4 and 5.
Yeah, and they've got players up there that are causing damage. We just mentioned Reed. We've seen Kratis create a lot of chances. They're strong. They're fast, and yeah, they just look dangerous every time they go forward and look like they can score a few more.
Long throw, a nice touch to keep it in play there by Kretis, and it's to the hands of Liliana Ribeiro. Pretty dominant here from Grambling. Dory Johnson pushing forward. And I think one of the big advantages for Grambling is Adriana Pratt, first team center back for Grambling. She allows her team to take so much risk. They can just leave her back there with 1 or 2. And a lot of numerical advantages in the attack for Grambling.
Yeah, she's kind of like the sweeper, an old-fashioned sweeper, isn't she? Just, you see here, she just sits in behind the rest of the team, pushes them on, and just clears the danger like she just did on point right there. But you're right, it just gives the team the confidence to push up, knowing they're not going to be beat by 1 ball in behind.
And now some space to operate. The Grambling Tigers. And here they are with a lead, attacking with 6.
Yeah, I'd expect some wholesale changes in the second half. Second half has been fairly comfortable for Grambling State. They look, 27, 28 minutes to go. They look comfortable. Chance to really rest some legs and then prepare for the next game tomorrow.
Kennedy Farr returns, freshman from West Bloomfield, Michigan. Yeah, the double goal scorer, Sophia Lazizidis. 1 in each half, she gets a break. One back in midfield by Aria Whitney.
Just sharp, isn't she, Whitney? When she's running with the ball, she runs at pace, and she doesn't look like she's like extremely fast, but she manages to eat up the ground, and so she's come into the game a lot more in this second half, and that was a long bursting run down the left hand side, and that's the quality that she brings.
Far side throw in. That's good defending. Perfect support there in midfield from Diaz to win it initially. And Diaz wins it again. Liana Ribeiro off her line. Cretus blocks the clearance, and it's back to Ribeiro. Whitney does well. Intercepted in midfield, Phoenix Caesar. Kept in play here, Isabelle Bernier. Nice turn by Rios. That slipped through and cleared.
Yeah, best real bit of play from Alabama A&M, wasn't it? Nice passing, came out onto the right-hand side and then cut inside. A nice little through ball, just didn't pay off, but good to see them still making those efforts, trying to pass the ball and keep playing it. It's been a difficult game, but they're still putting in that effort.
Two today. Sophia Lazizidis, and then the 7th of the season for Beatrice Cretus. One from the spot, 2 from the run of play. Thoroughly dominant showing from the Grambling Tigers.
I know it's early into in the tournament, but for me they're looking like a pretty complete team.
Yes.
Good at the back, good on the ball. I think as good as we said. And the two years ago, Prairie View were very good. I think last year Jackson State were very good, but this is as good a team as I've seen so far. Obviously, it's going to get more difficult from here, but yeah, good start to the tournament for the Tigers.
Oh, the thing is, they just don't concede space anywhere on the field. They're good on the ball. And then when they lose it, it's just a sea of pink jerseys to break through. They support one another. And here's an example. She wins it. She's surrounded by 2. Just doesn't seem to be many openings for Alabama A&M to find a foothold in this game.
Yeah, they've just not been able to, not even chance to counter-attack or anything like that. It's been difficult holding possession, hasn't it? And it's because this Grambling team closes you down so well.
A little scoop pass. Good strength. Laid back. Whitney. Her cross to the back post. And closest to it was Morgan Johnson. And it's a goal kick. Multiple players involved in that attack.
It's the old back post run. That's all my dad ever used to tell me. Just always just go attack that back post as the wide person. Johnson tried to cut into the box a little bit towards the penalty spot. If she'd just gone towards the far post, it would have been a tap-in for her. But again, good play from Grambling State, creating chances. Whitney more involved in the second half. She was involved there again, and good opportunity.
Amelia Barber among many changes. Barber's from McKinney, Texas, just a freshman. This young Alabama A&M team. Another goal kick coming. Again, this is the first of 4 quarterfinals today. Number 1 seed Grambling leading Alabama A&M 3-0 midway through the second half. Maya Joseph enters, freshman from Seattle's Hazen High School. And a break now for Kayla Reed. Our next match is at 1 o'clock, quarterfinal number 2. Number 4 seed Texas Southern against number 5 seed Arkansas Pine Bluff. Then in the afternoon, 4 p.m., Jackson State, last year's champion, against Alcorn State, the 7 seed. And the nightcap, number 3 seed Southern against Prairie View A&M, the home team, number 6 seed. They won the competition 2 years ago. Two more semifinals tomorrow, 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Rest day Saturday, championship game is Sunday at 1. Every game right here on the SWAC Digital Network. Deep throwing. Sophia Lazari. Oh, good first touch, right off the stomach. And the shot off the mark. But she's so confident. And Samantha Diaz always has a purposeful first touch.
Yeah, it just keeps, so far the game has just led her onto that left foot. If it was on the right side, we saw from the free kick how good a strike she has on that right. It's just, unfortunately, in the run of play today, it's just landed on that left. She's given it a go, but maybe not as strong as her right foot finishing. But again, she does, you're right, she's so positive on her first touch. She's always looking to go for goal. And yeah, it's just another one of those Grambling players. 3 or 4 we could mention in this first game that have really impressed going forward.
There's Kretis clipping it to the back post. Diaz sandwiched off it momentarily. And joining the attack now is Kaylin Jenkins. Good hesitation there now at the end line. Driven to the back post, gorgeous ball, Kretis saved! Ribeiro with the leg save, perfect delivery to the back post, and Kretis nearly had her second.
Oh, Kretis thought she scored, and it was really good play down the right-hand side. An absolutely magnificent ball into the box. Kretis' first touch is perfect. She's done everything well. But Ribeiro has just done a dive across with her legs, and what a save that is. I think Kretis saw the wide-open goal and thought she'd scored. She just needs to pass it in, and what a save.
A short corner kick is well cleared. Here comes Pratt. She might get involved in the offensive action. Instead, a selfless pass to her right. And it's handled there by Ribeiro. Well, good for Ribeiro. She came on at halftime, took that knock. That was a really good save at the near post.
She's flung herself across there, hasn't she? In a difficult situation. A lot of goalkeepers would have just given up in there. Kretis just had a tap in, and really good save. I think Kretis probably would want it back. She could have just done a wee dink and it would have been in the back of the net. But yeah, really good goalkeeping.
A dominant game from Grambling. Two in the first half, one in the second. One from Kretis, 2 from Sofia Lazizidis. A good turn there. Unique Ward from Snellville, Georgia. She's a senior. Wears 15 for Alabama A&M. Kretis heads it towards the corner. Anouk Kyer, the German. A clever touch that. Kind of touched it to herself. A little self pass on that right wing from Sophia Lazari.
Yeah, really good pass. It was good little bit of play from Diaz in midfield. A step over, she got out, and it was a pass, but it was her first touch was difficult. But she had 2 defenders on her, and she was going away from goal. It was just kind of a little bit of an outside of the right boot flick, and she managed to beat the defender with it. Really good play from Lazari.
A double change here from Prince Board, the head coach of Alabama A&M. Ashlyn Palm, junior from Jackson, Mississippi, comes on. And Chelsea Moore as well. She's a freshman from Huntsville, Alabama.
Checking in from Grambling State. Number 8, Carlin Judge.
Carlin Judge gets more time. Again, we thought maybe 5 or 10 minutes total, but she's getting a good run here. Last 5 minutes of the first half. First team all-conference selection, dealing with an injury, entering the tournament. A sophomore from Pflugerville out of Weiss High School.
The only thing I think of is maybe an injury that's just not going to get better, and the coach just wants to be a part of it. She seemed to be struggling in the first half. Hopefully it's an injury that the more she plays, that it may loosen off. But yeah, it's unfortunate for one of your top players to go down just before the playoffs.
Corner kick here for Grambling. 16 minutes remain. 3-0 Grambling. And Valentina Guzman's going to get an opportunity. Freshman out of Somerset Canyons High School in Wellington, Florida. And the captain gets a break, Beatrice Creasis.
You have to say, even with the changes that Grambling State have made, they've made numerous in this second half. They've continued to be a dominant force. Alabama A&M still struggling to get any possession, just trying to get out of their own area has been a struggle. This Grambling team, just every time the ball lands, they've got numbers around it.
Nice layoff there. Good step. And win. Kaylin Jenkins for Grambling. Samantha Diaz. Morgan Johnson. Diagonal ball. And a goal kick.
Substitutions for Alabama A&M, number 6, Jamila Guard, number 36, Albany Rios.
Jamila Barrett returns. Albany Rios as well.
Checking in from Grambling State, number 24, Alyssa Romero.
Alyssa Romero returns, the Oregon State transfer.
Checking in for Alabama A&M, number 4, Leah Messiah.
And Leah Messiah, the Trinidad native, returns for Alabama A&M. Good turn from Charles. Charles, edge of the box. Good recovery there from Kaylin Jenkins. A very impressive Grambling. No matter who's on the field, there's no drop-off. They made many changes in the second half, but it doesn't feel like this is a secondary group of players.
No, this is a team that's full of confidence, isn't it? Throughout the game, they've just been on the front foot the whole time, winning the second balls, going forward, and yeah, there's been no drop off. I feel sorry for this Alabama A&M team. They've come up against this confident Grambling State, and they've stuck at it, Alabama A&M, but Grambling can be very, very happy with their performance to open the playoffs.
Throw in left here. Anouk Heyer out of Cologne, Germany.
Have you ever been?
Never been to Cologne.
Many a time, mate. We were when I lived in the Netherlands. We're only an hour from there.
Beautiful city.
They've got a huge cathedral, which is amazing. It's a big old cathedral in the city centre.
What else would you say about Cologne?
It's good for beer and sausages.
Yes.
It's very German.
Right on the Rhine River.
Yes.
So the town you lived in the Netherlands when you played in the Eredivisie was?
Arnhem, on the east side, so we were right on the German border.
Okay.
So close to us was Düsseldorf, Cologne, Dortmund, all those kind of places.
Pratt rises head to win it. Good build up here from Alabama A&M. Patient on the ball, just underneath the foot of Jamila Barrett.
Oh.
And it's fallen nicely here for Grambling. A good recovery, nearly Kennedy Farr streaking through.
Yeah, Moroccan, she just misjudged it a little bit, but she did incredibly well. After misjudging the initial bounce, she used her body very well to quell the danger.
Corner kick, something Alabama A&M needed.
Yeah,
Still 11 minutes left, you never know.
Good work on the left. Oh, you grab a goal, you never know. This is soccer after all. It was good work up on the left. My eyes are deceiving me to see. Good work up on the left from Megan Sensaya. Got herself a very direct, got herself into the area and won a corner. And Alabama nick one here. You never know.
Anouk Hire from the corner. They crowd the goal area. And now they come off the line towards the penalty spot. It's fallen at the back post and just off the mark. Good idea, though, from Alabama A&M. It fell to Ashlyn Palm. We're getting a goalkeeper change here for the final 10 minutes for Grambling. Looks like she doesn't want to come off. Look at this. Wait to the very last moment.
I think she was just making sure that no one played on without her in. Never be too close. Never be too. What's the saying? Never be too cautious. There you go.
Amy Benton. She's from Adelaide South, Australia, Concordia High School. So we've seen a lot of Canadians. We've seen some from the Caribbean. This is the first Australian I can recall in all of our years at the SWAC Women's Soccer Championship.
We've had some Brits, but yeah, Australian. Shows the growth of soccer in this country.
A slip through.
Well defended.
Yeah.
Really good from Parker, just coming across there from left back, covering the area. We say that about Pratt for Grambling State. That time Parker covering in, it was Dory Johnson trying to run onto it.
Offside flag is up. She tried to stay on, was just a step off. Valentina Guzman, the freshman from Florida.
Yeah, good decision from the referee. I think she was just a yard too forward.
Nice touch. It's on here for Alabama A&M. Good diagonal ball. Nice work cutting inside from that right back position by Kaylin Jenkins.
Really good defending, wasn't it? It was a good ball up there, actually, from Alabama A&M. It was one of their few forays up front, but again, this Grambling State defence, they cover so well. You see from where we stood now, they've got 3 central defenders that just stay in a line, and they've just got so much pace in there. It's so difficult to get in behind them.
And for Alabama A&M, number 3, Phoenix, Caesar.
Michaela Peterson returns, as does Corey Banks. Phoenix Caesar also enters for Alabama A&M. She is near the throw-in. So I'll ask you this about the subs. Grambling's humming along. They're cruising. They're playing in confidence. In some ways, it's just kind of disrupting the rhythm. Not really for the result today, but they can't really get a rhythm because there's a sub every 35 to 40 seconds.
Yeah, I think, but when you free up, I think it's not a bad thing because you just get to rest those legs. There's obviously a game tomorrow. It's so difficult to play 2 games in a row. So for the sake of that, sorry, I was just looking at the strike there. The goalkeeper letting it bounce, always a nervy moment. But yeah, I think the game's won. I don't think the coach will be too displeased if the rhythm does break a little bit. There's still a lot of soccer to be played, so you need to rest those legs.
Wide here on this near side. Phoenix Caesar into the corner. To the near post and cleared. I guess another way to ask would be maybe you sub 4 or 5 at a time, so you get the fresh legs, but the rhythm is still intact for your attacking players.
Yeah, I get that, and potentially you would just make the substitutions after, say, the 55-minute, the 60-minute mark, and then just leave it as is. But it may be a case of wanting everyone to get involved because everyone may be needed in the games coming forward, so just get everyone on there and get a bit of experience at this level.
Corner kick, a nook higher, top of the box, put on target and cleared. Acrobatic effort there just to keep that in play. Look like Albany Rios with that near overhead kick, a side volley here.
Well, we did say corner kicks is where Alabama A&M's going to have the chance. It's really athletic there. The whole hamstring up in front of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's actually done well because there was an Alabama A&M defender blocking the goalkeeper's movement.
Albany Rios with the opportunity, freshman from Orlando. Now we're Adriana Pratt to the rescue.
So comfortable when she wins it there. A lot of defenders would have gone into that position and just cleared the ball out of the pitch. Ariana Pratt gets it, cuts inside and tries to keep possession. She's just one of those, reminds me of like Virgil van Dijk in the Premier League. Just so athletic but so composed at the time. But you don't, back in the day you wouldn't see defenders like that. Defenders in the past would just clear the danger. Was the old saying in Scotland, if in doubt, hoof it out. Whereas nowadays it's defenders like to pass the ball more than attackers.
Under 5 minutes remaining, 3-0 Grambling. They look for a fourth here. Low drive just past the near post. It was deflected. Corner kick coming for the Tigers.
Disagreement with the referee and the lines person in there.
Checking in for Grambling State, number 27, Maya Joseph.
That was a good hit for Corey Banks. Maya Joseph returns, freshman out of Hazen High School in Seattle. They feign this short corner a lot, and then just one hits it the long way, but it does pull out 2 defenders here. We'll see what they decide to do from the corner. Again, it's left, and there it comes. And it's fallen, and it's cleared. Good opportunity there. Felt like from Michaela Peterson, but good defending from the Bulldogs. Samantha Diaz. Very smooth. Ribeiro has it, but it's been a breakout performance from Sophia Lazizidis. 2 goals for the freshman from London, Ontario.
Yeah, she was always going to shoot there, wasn't she? On a hat trick. She's got a ball on the edge of the box. She probably really fancies a chance to get that hat trick to double her tally for the season. This time, just not enough power on the strike. But yeah, she's been clinical, hasn't she? Her first goal was outstanding, just a little chip over the goalkeeper. Second one was confident, but she's looked sharp. One of many of this Grambling State team that has been very impressive.
Offside flag was up. Restart coming for Grambling. Beautiful from Lazizida. She lets it run. She's into the box. Picks her head up. Leaves it. And the shot is off Lazizidas. A moment of levity here for these Grambling Tigers, the number 1 seed, leading 3-0.
I think she went down comically, laughing as her teammate just hit it off the rear end. And down she went. This was originally really good play from her, wasn't it, on the left-hand side. She just did the little step over, beat the defender. Real good pace down the left wing.
As a deflected shot from Sam Diaz. Ribeiro's been busy, and it did cross the line. It's a goal kick or corner kick coming here with 2 minutes remaining in the first of 4 quarterfinals today. Taken short. Flag stays down. Corey Banks. Back to her right. Nice ball towards the spot. It's well clear. Now a chance here for a late break for Alabama A&M. Jamila Barrett. Hard to get past Adriana Pratt.
Just really good defending again. Barrett, we're not seeing the pace that she showed last year today. She hasn't had that opportunity to really open the legs up, and that one again against Pratt. Pratt just so comfortable, comes in, sweeps up the danger and just clears it and resets the team.
Throw in coming on this near sideline. 1 minute left in Prairie View. Anouk Kyer throws it in. A good run to stay onside. Maya Joseph. Oh, she expected the return run. A senior with a knowing look to a freshman there.
Just a wee bit of a no-look pass there on to try and slide her in, but there was just wasn't read by Joseph in the end.
And Pratt clears out to midfield. Final second to this first quarterfinal. They came in as the number 1 seed. They look like it today. Dominant showing from Grambling State. 2 goals from Sofia Lazizidis, the other from Beatrice Cretus. And your thoughts on the first quarterfinal, Andrew Driver?
I thought it was comfortable for Grambling State. Every player on the pitch was outstanding. They had numerous players who created, and they just looked very strong. Alabama A&M showed a great attitude. They just really struggled to get out from their own half, and Grambling just put them under pressure all over the pitch, and I think we've maybe got the team to beat.
Full time, 3-0 Grambling. And we'll be back with the second quarterfinal, 1 p.m. A good matchup on hand. Set for 1 o'clock, Texas Southern and Arkansas Pine Bluff in our second of 4 quarterfinals. Here from the house that A built. We'll be back at 1 o'clock for the second quarterfinal. Texas Southern, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Here on the SWAC Digital Network.